watching the rhyme, reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking bad shits, subscribe, I'm gonna miss them so much! Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Legends action figure review set on the Spider-Man Homecoming movies, Spider-Man and Iron Man Mark 47 armor figures. If you're trying to pick these up, you can get them right now! Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below. So we're looking at two repaint figures. We get a brand new head sculpt over here, and we're getting a new head sculpt over there, and another new head sculpt over there. So I'm kind of excited, but at the same time, not expecting too much. We got Spidey and Iron Man on the side. Then on the very back, you can see both figures. There's a read-up over here. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it now. And then on this side right here, you can see Iron Man and Spidey. Not much more at the top and not much more at the bottom, so let's get to it and crack these things open. And here's our new Iron Man and Spider-Man figures out of the packaging, and they look pretty good. I can't really complain too much about these. You know they're repaints, we're getting some new head sculpts, but other than that, there's not a whole lot other new going on with these two. So I want to start off looking at the Iron Man figure, and then we'll get a closer look at our brand new Tom Holland head sculpt. Now, aside from the two head sculpts, we get one other accessory for this Iron Man figure, and my voice sounds echoey in here because I'm emptying out this office room. It will be my baby's room. Emma's gonna take over the office. But anyway, this looks very good. I'm happy to see the frosty look brought back to this blue translucent plastic effect that we get. Unfortunately, we only get one of these. It would have been nice if we had two. I wanted to compare it to the first one that we'd seen. It came with the Mark 46 Iron Man. This one I really like a lot. Then when they released the 3-pack battle damaged version, they took away the frosty effect, and I was like, no. But then they brought it back right over here, so now I'm all happy again. So yeah, there's all three blue versions right over there. Looking pretty cool. You can only port this into his left hand, so that's, I'm assuming that's why they only included one, but you really can't have too many of these cool effects. So here's looking at the regular Mark 47 head sculpt, and I like it a lot. Keyword for this figure for me is shiny. I like it. It is quite shiny. Comparing it to the head sculpt that came with the regular Mark 46, you could see that we got much better paint treatment on this 47 right over here than this guy. I like the blue around the eyes. Just looks a little bit better to me. I do like it. Now, while I like this shinier red paint, it does have a little bit of a pinkish hue to it, which I think is, I don't know, just a little bit kind of off. I don't know, it just kind of throws me off a little bit. But it does look shiny, so I do like that. And there's the back of the neck. Then we also have the drone head sculpt. I guess that's what I'm going to call it, right? Or his remote, his unmanned armor right over here, looking very cool. I wish we had a little bit more paint detail on the inside of this. I think it could use some silver dry brushing in there or something. I don't know. Give it some depth, I guess. I don't know, but nicely sculpted, not looking too bad. And there's the top of the face plate right there, and then the rest of the helmet is more or less the same. So yeah, not looking too bad. Then the rest of it, we're familiar with this sculpt. It is the Mark 46 body mold, same deal, right? Just repainted, just looking a bit different. Again, we have that very pinkish red color that is very shiny. I love how the arc reactor looks on this one though. That looks very cool. I'm pleased with that. I love this gunmetal gray that we're getting throughout on this guy. It does look cool. I really like it a lot. Big fan of gunmetal gray, if you didn't already know that. But yeah, this figure has a lot of gunmetal gray on it, and it looks very good. I like it. I mean, it's very much the ultimate Iron Man design over here, more than anything else. So yeah, that looks very good. I'm pleased with that. Very metallic looking, so yeah, man, I'm liking this figure. It actually looks pretty awesome to me. I dig it. And I want to show off the details on the back of the figure too. We got some gunmetal butt right there. Yep. So I skipped the articulation segments the last time I did a repaint 2-pack review. I'll do them this time. One thing I want to mention is when you're putting on the empty helmet, don't push down over here. You do want to grab it by the sides. I know that seems obvious, but it's just a recommendation I wanted to throw in there. Anyway, you can move the head up that much and it will move down that much. You get 360 movement at the shoulder. Shoulders can only move outward that much. Oh, you can hear that cracking, but yeah, you can only move outward that far. You can swivel at the bicep, double jointed elbows, and we get rotation at the wrist, and they hinge up and down for both sides. We get rotation over here. We also get some pivot. We get crunching forward, crunching back. Hip joints move outward only that far. So frustrating. kicks upward only that much and back that much, upper thigh cut, the jointed knees, then the ankles move down, they move up some, and of course he does have some ankle pivot. So the first out of the two head sculpts that we get with Spider-Man is the malfunctioning head sculpt right here, and this is okay. I mean, you can see it compared to how it looked in the movie. I mean, it's really hard to replicate that. It was a very short scene, and I guess it was fun to make this, but I mean, as a collector, this is not a head sculpt I was actually looking forward to. I mean, I never had once a desire to get this kind of head sculpt in my collection, but I guess it's kind of neat, I'm not excited for it. But anyway, looking at this right here, you can see that they did sculpt in a dent right there into the actual white part of the eye, and then you could see the black glossy, well, it's not really very glossy, but you could see, the different layers right over there. And then you can see on this side we just have the regular wide open eye. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of neat. And then to compare it to the tech suit single carded Spider-Man figure that we'd gotten, I actually like the colors on this this figure right here more so than the newer one. I feel like the newer one is a little bit more saturated, so if you want a little bit more of a vibrant red and blue, it might be better for you. I guess there's a little bit more of an orangish tone in this one compared to this one, so I guess I like that. So it's it's not bad looking. I guess you could say it's a step up maybe, but I do like them both. I can't say I prefer this one a whole lot more than this one. They look very similar. Now, of course, if you wanted to swap the heads, you could do that. That's, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to do that. But just to demonstrate how that would look, you could see the red tones are slightly different from each other, but not enough to really make too much of a difference. But to go ahead and put on the second head sculpt, we have our Tom Holland. I mentioned brand new earlier as if there was one from before, but no, there isn't. This is the first time we've gotten a Tom Holland head sculpt for our Marvel Legends, and I'm very excited about it. I think it really looks like him. I think Hasbro did a fantastic job with this. They should be very proud, man. I think they nailed the likeness. If I darken things up, it looks even better. You could see more of the details. So somebody had tried explaining it to me in the comments section. I think it was during my Jessica Jones review, but like they have this new thing where they're putting this layer over the whole face, and it just makes everything so much better on these head sculpts. I absolutely love it. So it makes me very happy to see Hasbro improving on that. It looks great. I'm very pleased with that. If you have problems with it, if you see imperfections, let me know. I think this is a near perfect head sculpt. I see a little dash of brown going up, but the sculpt itself looks great. I really like it. The hair looks fantastic. I dig it. The ears look all big as they should. I guess if there's one qualm, it may be that his head looks a little too big, but he's a younger Spider-Man. And as much as I complain about large head sculpts, in this case I think it's appropriate. I did want to compare this head sculpt to our comic book Spider-Man from the MJ Spidey 2-pack, so you could see how our new Spidey looks like to a comic version. And then we have the Marvel Select Peter Parker head sculpt right over here, and that looks pretty good too. So yeah, I mean, this guy really does look like Peter Parker, I think. And then going on to the rest of the figure, not a whole lot of new. We do have the web wings again, and they look pretty good. They're a little bit darker compared to the web wings that we'd gotten in the tech suit version. I tend to like this a little bit more, but these look pretty good as well. It's just a little bit darker. Maybe it comes out better in photos. I did take pictures with it, so without me really realizing it, it may have come out better. This is the one that goes under the right arm, but yeah, you just put that in right there, so that looks pretty cool. Yeah, as I brighten things up, it doesn't disappear as easily as the previous version, so yeah, you can see that. So for photography purposes, this is a better way to go with the darker ones. But yeah, not a whole lot else to say about the rest of the figure, man. It looks good to me. I do like it. But I will say I do wish he has interchangeable hands. We only get the thwipping hand on the right side, and then this fisted hand on the left side. Now for the articulation on this guy, you can get his head moving upward that far, so that's not too bad, and you can move his head down that much. You get side to side motion right there, a little bit of head wobblage, not much. You get the armpit joint right there. Shoulders move outward that far, and he will rotate 360 degrees. We get a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. We get swivel right here, and it hinges up and down. We also get an ab crunch that moves forward that much, and it moves back that much. We get a waist swivel. We also get hip joints that move outward just that far. He kicks forward that much, and not back too much at all. Upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, ankles move down, up, and of course he has the ankle pivot. Now to measure out these two figures, you can see that the Tom Holland Spidey is standing just a little above 6 inches tall, and then for the Iron Man, we're looking at about 7 inches. Then comparing the new Spidey and Iron Man figures to some figures that have the same mold. Oh, again, we have the tech suit Spidey over there, so you can see how this one's a little bit darker, and then we have the Mark 46. And as you can see, he comes with an open right hand. I wish they had given us a new open right hand for the 47. That would have been nice. And then here's both figures next to the Marvel Marvel Legends big time know that down Spider-Man. Hey brother. Hey friend. Hey, there's no friend over there. It's all empty. Ooh, I always wanted to wear an Iron Man suit. Don't mind if I do. Okay, let's see here. No, well, just tilt it a little bit. Oh, this is hard. So I do like this 2-pack set. It is a pretty good looking set. However, it's not one of those purchases that's going to make you feel like you got a heck of a deal out of it. I mean, they're both repaints, you know, but we do get the new head sculpts, so that is there. But, you know, it's what it is, man. This is not a new thing, so it all depends on how bad you want these versions of these particular figures. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of the review. Let me know what you think of the figures. If you have not subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button for more ShartimusPrime videos coming your way. And if you have not hit the notification bell, please go ahead and do so to ensure that my videos are showing up in your feed. And if you want to help out on this YouTube channel, gotta give a big thanks to all these people supporting. And if you want to see a photo gallery of images, it's all over at marvelousnews.com, and you can follow me on the Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Links in the description below. I'll catch you guys later.
I'm gonna play with my toys today. 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 Well, I don't care what the strangers say. I'm gonna play with my toys today.
That's crispy.
We're shot in your face. I said we're shot in